Welcome to News, Views, and What We Choose with Danielle and Dami.
Grab a drink, get the news, and come hang with us. Woohoo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bing. Oh, is
Chink.
that Campo Vita?
It is. I was trying to show it, but it
It
didn't blur.
blurs.
Yeah, there you go. Camp Vida.
So
Um,
pretty. Do you guys ever go back there?
we haven't been in a really long time. I'd love to take the boys.
Oh my God,
Last
running through where you guys actually got married with underneath that thing would be so fun.
It would be so fun, but we need better weather, and maybe we'll try and do it this summer. And then I feel
No.
like we need to stay that or like spring or summer.
There you go.
But I kind of want to stay up there because it is still 2 hours, so 4 hours round trip. No.
No, plan a whole weekend. That would be so fun.
Mhm.
Don't they have like regular rooms like you don't have to do the whole like cabin situation. You can get a room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just like we did at the actual hotel part. Do
100%.
that. Oh my God, that'd be so fun. And they would love the jacuzzi tubs in those nice ass home rooms that the one I
Oh, yeah.
they have the jacuzzi tubs, so the boys would love it.
Fun.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I gotta plan that. I'm drinking a hot toddy. Um, this morning I noticed that one of both actually boys started to have like leaky noses. And
Oh
I'm
no.
like, we just did this. What do you
Oh
mean?
no.
We just did this, guys. Um, and then here I am, and I started to sneeze like there's no tomorrow. And I'm like, is it allergies? Is it cold? Like I'm playing that game again. And I feel like every time we have a podcast, I am here sneezing and I have
A little leaky.
leaky. And so maybe an hour before this recording, I took I took two allergy pills. Okay, granted, they are expired by a few months,
Oh,
but
so you
hopefully
pulled a
not.
Lorelai Gilmore.
Yeah.
There's an episode where she literally goes, she goes, these are expired. And she goes, oh, so I take four?
Two, right? I also took a Mucinex and I took a Dayquil. And so
Damn, girl.
yeah, so I'm really, really hopeful that I don't need this.
Well, and I'm hopeful that you're also like halfway through, all of a sudden you're gonna be like, you know what, I was
Woo!
sure.
Well, and then I have my hot toddy with a little bit of bourbon in it. So I should theoretically be okay. But anyways, yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
Cherie made me hot toddy before when we were doing painting of pumpkins last October,
Hmm.
maybe September. Um,
I thought it was mulled wine.
oh, wait, then what's a hot toddy?
Maybe it is. I don't remember. I thought you said
Wait,
mulled
what's
wine.
a hot toddy?
Hot toddy is you could put tea in it, but it's basically the base is honey, lemon, a cinnamon stick, usually bourbon. I was very tempted to use tequila today, but I did bourbon.
Well, it would have been very ethnic of you, for your peeps.
Well,
But
because it's
I
supposed
guess
to kill all the
I heard
bacteria.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Then no, you're right. I had mulled wine.
Yeah.
Eh,
Uh,
well,
eh, potato,
potato.
potato. Yeah,
Exactly.
I know. What kind
Um,
of wine are you drinking?
a Bogle Merlot,
Mhm.
which actually isn't too bad. Bogle Cabernet is a little like, Bogle Merlot. I don't hate it. I probably won't like, you know, go out of my way to try again, give Cabernet a chance, but the Merlot, divine. So I'm a fan. Um, but since we last cheers, a lot of things have been happening. So I saw you last weekend on Saturday for the
Uh-huh.
boy's birthday. So obviously we can go into that as well. Did Scooter Sunday.
Cute. Yeah, I saw that.
No alliteration on purpose. Just I took the scooters down to the park on a Sunday and
Mhm.
we were doing laps. Like I was thinking, okay, we'll probably do like the mile loop and then go on the park, the lawn and play in the park. Oh no, 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 no. Wyatt was like, no,
Yeah, I'm doing
ag
that.
again,
Yeah.
again. And he was like a freaking little like drill sergeant. We would
Aw.
get to the point of the park and he's like, again. And I'm like, bro, your brother wants to play in the park. We have to stop. Okay, then this next loop, we're stopping. And then, of course, he tries to go like again. And I'm like, no, we need to play in the park. And then, of course, he loved it because this park was massive. Oh my God. If you come to visit again, bring the boys. We have to go to this park.
Hmm.
It is beautiful. It's like one of those ones that have like the old school where it's made of wood and like it has a um like a castle on one side, a pirate ship on the other, a huge like house cottage situation, and it's all connected. So they have like tunnels to go through and bridges and climbing things. There's a whole
Mhm.
climbing wall. Oh my God, it was such a fun park. And then they have like the geese pond and a huge loop for the scootering. It was so fun. So definitely next time you have to plan a trip where you do an overnight. You and the boys could have their room. Me and the boys would have our room, and then we can take the boys there for a walk around, grab coffee. It's because it's like right in the downtown area where you can go get like something to eat, something to drink, walk
Cute.
around. Super cute. So super fun. This week was also full of mind games in the form of a 3-year-old tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
So why isn't that lovely stage? And I don't know. I thought I was like in the clear. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's unpredictable, guys. It's unpredictable. Um, he decided he was going to start this fun, lovely game of, I want this. Okay, I'll give it to you. I don't want this. Okay,
Oh
then I'll put
no.
it away. Scream bloody murder because I put it away. Well, you just said you don't want it, but I want it. And then he screams, throws himself on the ground, but I want it. And I'm like, I literally look at him at one point. I'm like, why are you trying to torture me? Like, like, why are you doing this to me? You literally asked for the cheese. I gave you the cheese. You didn't want the cheese. I put the cheese back and you screamed because I took the cheese away. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am not a fan of right now.
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah.
that's been fun. It's been an ongoing thing this week. Hopefully, he knocks it off.
Mhm.
I have high hopes, I have high hopes. Um, but also I decided
Mm.
I'm gonna just bring happiness into the little things because I out of nowhere just was like, you know what? I'm an adult. At my ripe old age, I am an adult. I can make my own decisions. So guess what? All these random tea saucers I had in my like cabinet for some reason that have never been touched.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of all my coasters, and these are gonna become my beautiful floral coasters.
Cute. Yeah.
Gorgeous, darling, brings joy to my life. So I have my little coaster saucer, and it makes me happy because when I set my little coffee mug, that's usually like a skull or
Hmm.
a pumpkin or something of the sort into my little beautiful floral tea saucer, it brings me joy versus a crusty coaster.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know what? I highly recommend it. You have little beautiful things that you are like, I'm saving this for a special occasion. Fuck that. Just
Hmm.
use it now. Like
Yeah.
these are gorgeous china, beautiful, delicate.
Hmm.
Most likely will be broken by my little tyrant.
Mm.
But for now, I have beautiful floral coasters all around that don't match really, but they're like super beautiful, hand painted, gold bossing. It's like,
I kind of
just
love that. Yeah. I think that's fair.
add a little flair to your life because trust me, when I'm working, I look over, I'm like, 6 meetings, nothing. I have my beautiful floral saucer right here.
Oh, so good.
So let's talk about the boys' birthday that happened.
Yeah. Oh my, I almost forgot. It was good. I thought it was like one of those parties where I might have mentioned this. I think just knowing that we were going into like the holidays and having 3 weeks away, I really actually didn't want to plan this party. And Charlie and I have been throwing parties for decades now,
Mhm.
like, and we're really good at it. Like, we know exactly like what, plates are coming out, what we're like, it's a well-oiled machine. So I think I know that and I can like kind of rely on that. But what I didn't do, what I couldn't wrap my head around in December was sending like a paperless post or an Evite. Like I could not be bothered with that. In fact, my brain at that time was like, I'm going to create a Canva invite and I'm going to text people and be like, be there, be square. No tracking, like
If I see ya, I see ya, and if I don't, oh well.
just kind of like raw dogging an event, basically.
I
And
love a good old raw dog, so
yeah. So I just
ew.
like you said it.
No, when it's appropriate, Good Lord. Continue.
And so I I was like, oh shit, this is probably around the time like where, like right before the party, like people would, like you remind people. And I was like, and then like normal me, like normal planner me is like, ooh, what should I do? So I just sent a text to my family and was like, you guys have to be there.
Just be
But
like,
actually,
you
hmm.
coming?
Actually, it worked out really well. Like some people forgot. And that's my fault, guys. Don't feel bad. Like, no need to text me and be like,
No,
I
people
am so.
have no, no,
But I
for
know, but like,
no,
it's both.
no.
It's both because I also, if you tell me an event, it may or may not get into my calendar as an adult.
Oh, because I'm an adult, it immediately, like the moment you told me, I was like, what date and
Yeah.
what time?
Well,
It
that
goes
you're a
into my calendar.
responsible adult. Some people have moments though where like a message will come to them as a child is like peeing like bare butt on the floor or on a carpet, and you're like, nope, that message is never going to like enter into here. We're done.
Yeah.
So I'm really forgiving on this particular event. Anyway, so who showed up it was great. It was perfect. It was the perfect amount of people. I felt like I could talk to everyone. We ordered pizza. My sister the night before was like, "Can't wait to drink mimosas with you." And I was like, "Oh no, I need to get champagne." So I sent Charlie to get champagne. And she was like, "I didn't really mean it." And she was like, "I was just kidding." I was like, "Well, actually, I was on the fence about it." And
You
so you
should have also served his kombucha because I forgot I wanted to try it. I mentioned it to him one time and then I forgot to ask
Oh.
him about it later.
Hmm. I mean, hindsight, 2020, right? But like it was great. It was great. The boys had a blast. I loved how like quick and fast a kid's birthday party is. That's like ideal. Like if we could just make all parties like that, that
It
would be
really was.
right? Like you're like you get there, you get to enjoy yourself a little bit, you have some food, and then like the drill sergeant comes in. You're like, we gotta go. We have to do the piñata, we have to cut the cake, we have to open the presents. All right, people, if you want to leave, you don't, great, no problem, but like see you later. It was kind of like that.
No, I think it was actually really perfect as a guest
Yeah.
of said event. I think that we arrived at the perfect time. We did leave and we had a lot of traffic.
I'm sorry.
No, randomly Bay Area decided to be like Bay Area. And
Hmm.
like I'm talking stop traffic and I'm like, ugh,
Painful.
yikes.
Yeah.
But once we got there, it was like perfect time. We got to mingle for a little bit, say hellos, and then I think like 15 minutes in, then the piñata, then the bowl of pizza first, then the piñata, then the cake, then it was just like perfect. And then yeah, we got to mingle around
Hmm.
after the presents, and it was so great because I feel like it always takes two. You either have kids like mine where one of them wakes up from a nap and the other one's shy, so it takes a bit for them to warm up before they want to play. Or
Hmm.
you have kids that are just ready to run through the door and like kick it down and start playing. So my kids tend to take a bit to warm up. So the fact that there were like little things to have them warm up,
Hmm.
it was great because then of course I feel like this one, the last in comparison to the last one, I think on the last one I saw you twice.
Yeah. Oh, you're
This
talking about their first birthday.
No, the choo-choo train, the tutu train or whatever it was.
Oh,
So that one, because there were so many people at your house, that was because it
yeah.
was supposed to be a park party, but then the rain,
Yeah, that
remember?
was dumb. That sucked.
Um, I think I saw you like literally as like a drive-by, like, oh hey, it's so great to see you. Because it was just like too many people.
Way too many people.
Whereas this one was so like, I got to actually talk to you as a human. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think this one, I personally I feel like there's certain ages you need to hit, make it like grandest, like huge, massive parties. And then I feel like some parties you can just be like, okay, cool. You turn 4. It's cool. Let's have just like a chill, laid back party. And
Yeah.
then maybe like 5, 10, 15, 16, like the bigger ones, like, or like 13 probably because they turned into a teenager. Like the big ones have the bigger like thing. If you go travel, like do a
Somewhere
big
else, I
thing.
feel like
Yeah.
too. I feel like the boys are so young still that like you hit this like weird. you're like, I don't really, it doesn't make sense to spend money somewhere else. It makes more sense to do it like in your house if you can.
Yeah.
And also because like it's shorter, like usually like nap times and stuff. So it's like,
Hmm.
like later, yeah, maybe spend a little more money or whatever.
I
But
would say even maybe put that money for you guys, especially because you guys are travelers. Their
yeah,
10th birthday, do like a travel for their 10th, like, and I think at that age, they'll be like super fun before they turn into like crusty teenagers that are like, ugh, mom, dad, but like,
that's
like it'll be a fun thing.
totally. Outside of that, no, I had a great time. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
And the
of course.
boys had a blast. They woke up the next morning and they were like, okay, we have car birthday party now. I was like,
That
no.
that was
I was like, but we can go play with all the toys. They love the fire truck,
yay.
both fire trucks. And actually this morning, so my niece got them this like a hard hat, construction hard hat, and like a dump truck, and I think it
Mhm.
has like a whatever not an excavator, but some other construction vehicle. And came downstairs this morning. They were like playing independently for like maybe 10-15 minutes. And so I go downstairs and Lucas has the hard, like he set himself up like a whole construction zone. He had the hard hat on, the dump truck, and like little vehicles and stuff spread out, and a scooper, like a little like handheld. I was dying. This is so cute. Outside of that, today I have a funny story, funny slash annoying. Um, so I had a porch pirate. I think just about everyone in the United States probably now has had this happen to them. Um, Today's Porch Pirate is brought to you by Crispy Chicken. And I say this because this also has happened to me from a porch pirate. So this man walks up like a huge flight of stairs to get to my front door.
That
Did
was my first thing. You have a huge flight of stairs. It's
Yeah,
not like three little steps to the porch. No, it's like you have to make an actual effort to get up this flight of stairs to get to her porch.
yeah.
So I actually thought she would probably be in the clear of this.
We live in the hills, so not level ground. So you have like most people have a lot of stairs. And he brings with him a like from like Hyphy Burgers is what I should have said. Hyphy Burgers is this is brought to you by Hyphy Burger
Oh,
in Oakland. So he went to Hyphy Burger, which is a great burger spot. Hilarious Instagram guys, by the way. Check it out. He brings like an empty container of a milkshake, pretty much like a full large fry, like the fries were still in there, and some other trash and a fork. Um, Leaves his trash on my porch and takes my Costco box, which had dog food for my elderly 4-pound dog, who I'm completely out of his food. So thanks for that. And then drove away.
and he left his like food?
He left his trash on, yeah.
Wow.
So someone else has done this to us. I forget what she left.
What?
I think it was like a Burger King, and that was in Santa Clara.
Oh my God, I thought it was the same place.
No. Um, but left her trash and
Okay,
the box.
the Santa Clara house, because this is the house that I grew up going to, and it's just like a little like quick little jaunt to the
Yeah,
front
from the
door.
road.
It's busy street, like you kind of expect because you don't really have a gate. Even
Yeah.
back then, there was a gate door, but it was never used. So it was like you're bound to have things stolen because you're like right there.
It didn't happen all as much as you would think, but it definitely did a couple times. And it's not even it becomes dumb. I think what they took was baby stuff like diapers or something, and it was like,
How dare you?
yeah, like you just don't know what's in those things, and you're taking someone's dog's food or baby diapers. And I don't have like a lot of money in my bank account. Like I'm house rich. That's what it
Yeah,
all
she
comes
can
to.
travel and she has a nice house, but
I'm Bay Area poor though. Like I like like okay, like that was actually kind of expensive. It was $30 for his food, and I was like, all
And
right.
for dog food, that's
For
not
his dog
cheap.
food. I know because he's so sensitive. His like skin breaks down into hives, and so I have to get him a certain type of food. But right now he's raw dogging life, literally. He's eating like this like dry food that
You're
we got
like, here's a piece of
like years
bread.
ago. Like,
Enjoy
two
it.
more days, bud. I let
It's
Costco
like,
know.
please, sir, can I have some more?
Charlie's like, you didn't feed the dog today? I was like,
With what?
with
Boil, hey, Chef Charlie,
what?
boil some chicken, make some rice, and have some plain veggies. Mix it up. Chop,
We
chop,
used
chop,
to
chop, chop.
make his dog food, and even that, like, he still was like, a lot of dogs apparently are allergic to chicken.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah.
My dad has
He
always
had
been,
hit beef and liver too. It's gross.
no, ew.
Yeah.
My dad has always been the guy who will take in. He actually, when he retired down to Mexico with my stepmom, he was part of a nonprofit and would rescue dogs off the street and get them
Love that.
vaccinated and go to the vet and all this stuff. But he has so many animals because he just like has that heart kind of heart, like where it's like he has
Yeah.
the land, he can do it kind of thing.
Does he make their food?
Uh-huh. He
Oh,
used to,
cute.
well, I remember he had like I think a pit bull at the time, like two different pit bulls and like there was a mix. Um and also I think a Rottweiler at one point because I grew up with he always had Rottweilers and then he like pivoted to pit bulls. But I remember he would always make the food, especially when they got older. He would make the food and literally he'd be like, "I'm just grilling up a piece of chicken for my dog." Like literally he would start the grill specifically not for himself, for the dog.
I mean, like, I don't know for sure if he's allergic to chicken. He still gets it, but we're just like we were recommend sorry, I was looking for a pen. We were recommended like this like homemade dog food from the vet that had to have she was recommending like ground beef at the time, and it's like a certain type, and then the beef liver, you have to get liver, and that ruined it. And then you get canned yeah, you get canned veggies and then like rice, and you mix it all together, and it was like a big vat of it.
And you know that it's a best of both worlds.
And you'd have to get
Sorry.
like, particular like some kind of like we would sprinkle in some kind of like nutrients stuff too. So like after
Ah,
all that time, it would take forever. And once the boys came, we were like, we're sorry.
sorry, child.
We can't do
Sorry for a child
we
that has
cannot
minuscule fur.
we
You gotta go.
it would take us like an hour and a half to 2 hours to like do it, section it out, because then Charlie would like he would portion it out like by like week because you're thawing it out every week, almost like farmer's dog. And we're like, no. We also tried farmer's dog too. That also didn't
I
help
actually heard
them.
allegedly farmer's dog has like a lawsuit against them or something, or like
Oh,
they've actually had like really bad allergic reactions to dogs or something.
yeah. A hunter could not do it, so I had to give that away. Anyways,
Huntress
I'm
is a
sorry.
little 4 pound little bean, so
You know what? I I gave him a bath this week too, and I gave him lots of pets, and I was like, wow, you're really hanging out.
how old is Hunter? Okay, so this is
He's
gonna get
gonna
this.
be 17 in September.
Okay, Chewy is gonna be 17 in April.
Damn, I'm like, deal with the devil, guys.
Bruh. So, okay, we love our dogs. We love our dogs.
We do.
But there are just moments where you're like, wow, you are really a senior dog. I just gave Chewy a bath because he like explosive diarrhea like all over the kennel at night.
No,
And bless Pickle's heart, she's also older. She's like 5 years older than Chewy, I think, at this point. So or 5 years younger, I mean.
younger. Yeah.
Younger. Whoa. Okay, so she's 5 years younger than him. But she's still a senior dog, technically.
Mhm.
But she still is such a little gem because like I can see where she'll like because I always put pee pads. I used to give them like the lush blankets, the pillows, the beautiful like little setup in there. He would pee and shit all over it like in an
Yeah.
hour. So I can't do that anymore, unfortunately. So I have to put pee pads down. And this little sweetheart, I can hear her folding the edges over his shit to try to
Oh,
just like
wow.
Yeah, so I can like I've witnessed her like trying to use her nose to like flip the thing over and then she'll like try to make the like her feet like she'll try to bring the other side over so that it folds over the
Perfect.
poop.
Yeah.
Bless her heart. But the thing is it's like it's already like a done deal. He is laid in it. He has leaned on it. He has accidentally stepped in it. Like when he pees outside, I have to wipe his paws every single time with antibacterial like a human grade like safe
Hmm.
wipes that are good for like our hands and stuff that are made of aloe. But like I'll have to wipe his paws every time because he steps his own pee because he can't lift his leg anymore. Like it's just like a whole thing. But I'm just like, I think we've had this conversation
Uh-huh.
off
And
mic.
on. No, I think we had it off and on.
But maybe, you know, people out there that have dogs and all that. And I know my dad, who does have dogs, he straight up said he's like, you just kind of know, when when is the time to like he has diarrhea now. Like if he has like one little biscuit made of banana and like
Yeah.
like it's like he'll just have diarrhea all the time. And I'm like, he just told me he's like, you're gonna know like when it's time. But I'm like, I don't want to be the Grim Reaper. I don't want it to be death day, and I have to decide when your death day is happening.
It's and I totally get that. We had to do that for Sushi, my cat.
Mm, sushi.
And it was crazy because like that was like our first pet together.
Yeah.
And she always had this like big belly after she got fixed. Whatever they call it, nude or spadered. It's nude? Nude? Wait, no.
Neutered.
Neutered?
She got nude.
She got nude. But like she had this like belly on her. And so actually like when she was younger, we took her to the vet and we were like, is she pregnant? Like, did they not do a good job? Like she's got a really big belly. And they were like, no, she's just fat. And anyway, so like she would run to you and like the belly would like swing like as she's like we never like knew, but as she was getting older, we were looking at her and we were like, oh, that belly's getting pretty big. And then we took her to the vet one day and they were like, she has like a tumor. Like the tumor was massive. And Charlie and I were like really beating ourselves up about like, how did we not see this like, when because you
Or
can see her.
advocate more. Like, no, she's just fat. Like, well, are you sure there's
No,
nothing in
no, no.
there?
I think it happened. That was like a long time ago. I feel like it was like she was great, and then she must have grown this, like the tumor grew, and we just didn't see it. Like you just see your cat. You don't see, like you kind of your brain blocks it out. And
Yeah.
anyway, so that was like the day we had to, they were like, it's time. And
But the
we
thing is,
called.
like, I took him in before we moved here to the city, and I took him in, and they said, no, he's just old. He's still, you know,
I took Hunter too, and they were
shipping
like, he's
around.
this old, but yeah, I mean, I think with them we have to bring them in like at least once a year because they are so old.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I know Hunter's the day that I washed him, it was really sweet. I put him back. I gave him like a fresh washed bed too. And that's the other thing too. I'm like, I really want to buy him a new bed, but I'm like, he's gonna like this. It's almost like the law,
No,
whatever. Like if I buy him a new bed, he's gonna shit and piss in it, and then he's gonna die. Like what?
I literally didn't want to say it, but I think at this point, both you and I are on the same front. Like, we're kind
No.
of already prepared for that to happen. Like, every morning when he doesn't, because he's blind and I'm pretty sure deaf at this point. Like, he's
Yeah.
blind, 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 blind. Like, not
Uh-huh.
even like a hint. I think he can see light, but,
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like it's like one of those moments where I come out and Pickle's a little bit more alert and he's not. And I'm like,
Is it? Yeah, you're
is
like
this the time? Did it happen? Like, do I
the
have to
other
actually
night.
talk about death with the kids
So
this
Hunter
morning?
sits in the bed in his bed, right next to my bed, like on the floor. And he was doing this thing. I might have talked about it before, guys. But he does this thing where he'll like get up and like go outside. And I don't know if oh, by the way, he drinks so much fucking water. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
stop drinking so much water. And then he has to pee all the time. So, and I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to stop you from peeing. And you don't know, is it a pee or do you have to drink water? And so like I have to sleep. I mean, if I let him, he would, and he's done this to me. He'll wake up like 8 to 10 times in the night to try and go outside. So I have had to barricade him now because I actually have a kennel. I forgot that I do. I have a soft kennel I can use for him. But
Oh, and also honestly, they kind of like it. It's like their little like
I
cave. Like
think
they
he would
like
like
it.
it too.
It's like all cuddly. They
keep
like
forgetting to grab it.
I have it open all day long, and I kid you not, they actually immediately just know. They
Oh no,
just
it's
go
so
into
safe.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting, but so anyway, so I'm MacGyvering it, and I have two laundry baskets in front of him to like block him from leaving, and that has been working like a gem. But one of the nights, maybe this past week, I've been getting terrible sleep between the boys and Hunter and myself now too. But I hear, okay, so I don't have that much storage in my house. So we use these like
You have your hobbit hole.
we no. I'm talking about like stuff that you want to keep in your house, like in your
Oh.
room. So I don't have like a big closet space for myself or like the drawers kind of fill up. So I put like if it's summer clothes is going to be under the bed, stuff like that. So we have these like soft bags that slide underneath the bed. And I hear them crinkling
Oh
and
no.
I like wake up from a dead sleep. I'm like, what is happening? He's under the bed. So like I'm talking 3 a.m. and I've already probably woken up five other times because the kids haven't been sleeping well. And he's blind as fuck, and I'm having to like shine a light to like get him to come out. And I just put him outside. I literally threw his bed outside too, and I was like, "You live there now for the night." Like,
It doesn't get freezing. It's not Minnesota. Calm down, guys.
he's fine.
He's fine.
He is
He's fine.
absolutely he's fine. He's alive. That was like about a week ago. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. Tangent over. Shh.
Well, okay. People who have elder dogs that they've had to decide when time is time. When is time? Because
Yeah.
I'm just letting this train truck along slowly
Is it
and
the diarrhea? I feel like it's the diarrhea. Is the diarrhea the because like
constant.
if Hunter was inside, he's a chewy. He would be he diarrheas all over our like patio. Is that a tell?
Is that a tell? Is that a, yeah, you should probably let time be. But then at that point, I'm like, but then am I obligated? Because like I don't know if I want to get another dog. The kids have been really begunning for a
Oh my
cat.
God,
They
no.
want to get a
No, no.
kitten, and I'm like, I don't. The dogs can't be here if I get a kitten. Pickle might attack the kitten. She's a bitch. Like I don't know what to do here, guys.
The kitten can fend for themselves for sure.
Okay, I'll
The
be
kitten is
like,
fine.
Kitten, attack her. Like I don't care.
Oh, she you don't even need to tell her. She'll be like, "Oh, this is fun. Let
Oh,
me
this
fuck
is
with
fun. This
her."
old dog that
Yeah.
hates me, I
Sit
love
down.
her.
Sit
No,
down.
okay,
Yeah.
because they've been very much like, we want a cat. I'm like, we're not getting one when we have two dogs. And then I also at the same time,
You
I don't
don't
want
want
to,
a cat though? Does that mean you're gonna have a litter box?
no, well, also, I'm like, I also am allergic to cats, but this actually goes into the weirdest phenomenon on the planet. So back in October, I had told you this. I talked about this. We went to the family that I used to nanny for. So I see them like maybe once or twice a year. And we always do like an overnight. And like I've always had a really great relationship with them. I see them all the time. And I talk to them all the time. So we had to stay at the grandparents' house, who I know has a cat. And I was like, ah shit, because they were getting their house redone. Side note, they're still getting their house redone. So this house is going to be crazy town, USA. You and I will have to go and like see it in person with the boys because they're gonna have a pool and the whole entertaining area. It's gonna be a whole thing. But anyway, um, they had this cat at the grandparents' house, and I'm like, ah, crap, we're gonna have the worst allergies this Halloween weekend. God damn it. Oh no, no. This cat, stunning. This was like as if a human turned into a cat that was like blonde hair, blue eyes. Beautiful, big ass blue eyes, so soft, so pretty. Had a little catio built onto the side of the house that it would like exit out of the window and go to the catio. It
Mhm.
was such a beautiful cat. And I was like, oh shit, this cat is so used to sleeping in the bed. Oh, of course we're gonna have allergies. Nope, not a single allergy. I don't know what breed it is, but whatever that is, I want to get it because me, nor Forrest, who are both allergic to cats, had a single even itchy eye.
You guys can't get cats if you guys are both allergic. I'm
I
allergic too,
know.
and I don't recommend it. Like I
Okay.
love my kitty, but I think
Maybe it's the breed. I don't know.
uh I unless you get a hairless one, but like
No, this cat, beautiful blonde, like literally blonde hair, blue eye turned into a cat.
it could
Be
be too that maybe she's more I don't know. Actually, because you're allergic to like their saliva.
and this cat is known to
Uh,
sleep on the beds. So, and we're like, shit, we are sleeping on the bed that the cat sleeps on, and didn't even wake up with an itchy eye, not once.
hmm,
And I'm like, I don't know what
okay, I think
this little phantom cat is, but this cat was stupendous, and even let like Wyatt carry it around like it was a doll, and this cat was like super chill, just like meow, meow. Like I was like, I'm sorry.
So
Anyway, all
cute.
right. Well, drop a message if you are a Grim Reaper knowledgeable situation. I'm not saying that in a negative context. I'm just saying like when you know the time is the time, let us
Yeah.
know because we both have very, very senior dogs and we're not sure when is the time to say bye-bye in like a hospitable way versus like a we don't want to cut your time short.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
hard. But anyway,
Okay.
let's let's head on in to what the fuck Trump news. We're gonna try to keep this a little light, a little less Trumpy, a little
Mhm.
less Trumper focused because we got a lot of what we choose. So we need to first say bye bye ballroom.
But in
Uh
doing it, I'm
Oh,
helping.
sorry. Trump.
Tommy clicked a
But in
link.
doing it, I'm helping.
Up, mute your shit. So Trump had this whole hullabaloo. We've talked about this aplenty. His ballroom, blah,
Yep.
blah, 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 took away all this space in the White House. The White House is this much majority. Gone, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? The ballroom's done. Ballroom's not going to be built anymore, guys. Guess what's going to be built instead? A bunker.
That was always the plan.
Like we knew this. We talked about this. Like we have a suspicion that because, well, the thing is, what was weird is the company that he hired to do the ballroom is been fired, and the company that has been hired is known to build safe houses, safe bunkers, end of the world type of scenario situation that we've seen in many a movies, type of like inhabitant areas where it's like, well, if we get, bombed down by other places that don't like the White House or the people who inhabit the White House, we'll
Hmm.
be safe because we'll be under a bunker, but fuck you for anybody that lives in the area. So take that what you will, guys. Do your own research because I'm not going to say it because I feel like next week it's going to be a different story. Who knows? But as of this point, ballroom is gone. Bunker is in, guys.
Hmm.
So, um, and also this is going to go into what Damiana is going to talk about, but California, where me and Damiana live, because I know we have a lot of worldwide listeners right now. So Damiana and I both live in California. Well, more than 200,000 Danish citizens have signed a petition to buy California in response to Trump trying to take over Greenland. What would that mean for us necessarily, you ask? And why is California like, do it? We want you to.
I'm so
Uh,
flattered. So
Oh my
flattered.
God, please do it.
You
I
want
love you.
us? Yeah, I want you too.
I love you so much. So basically what that would entail is more than 200,000 people in Denmark have signed a satirical, again, let's say it's satirical
Yeah.
petition proposing that the country purchase California. Please, dear God, just let it happen for real already. The campaign emerged as a tongue-in-cheek response to the past remarks in Donald Trump did about acquiring Greenland, a territory that is part of the Kingdom of Denmark. So basically, that would also offer universal health care, fact-based politics, and a lifetime supply of Danish pastries. So, let's do it, guys. I'm all for it. You
Uh,
got my vote.
Amazing. Mine was really brief. It's just funny. If you go just Google it, Trump confuses Greenland with Iceland several times. After the US President Trump gave a speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, this past week, January 21st, a rumor spread online that the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt denied Trump had mistakenly referred to Greenland, a territory of the Kingdom of Denmark, as Iceland, a sovereign country in the North Atlantic. According to people sharing the claim, Levitt's denial contradicted video evidence and credible reporting that Trump did mix the names up multiple times during the speech. What the best video that I found was this man talking about how this was and I didn't know this, and I had always wondered, makes perfect sense. This was a tactic. That they used for Vikings to like confuse them that Iceland is actually green and yeah, and Greenland is actually icy.
And
And
I was gonna say that's something that I remember learning in elementary school, Trump, that you actually have to swap the names for what they actually are. So if we were ever talking about Greenland in school, it was icy. If
Mhm.
we were ever talking about Iceland, it's actually very
Huh.
green.
Yeah. What was funny is that he referred to Greenland several times as a piece of ice, quote, piece of ice. He discussed Greenland following the international reaction to his stated plan to acquire Denmark's autonomous territory. He is an idiot, and so is Caroline Levitt, and they think you're all idiots for believing them and just following them blindly. So, anyways,
Let's not just name those names, just the entire administration and all their little goonies, aka ICE, suck a bag of D.
yeah,
So
I agree.
that actually goes into what we choose because Ice has been on his shit. And we're not gonna, mind you, this episode, we've actually added a lot of more pop culture stuff into it
Yeah.
because I feel like we need a little bit more of a palate cleanser. Before we get into the palate cleanser, like I said, speaking of Ice, Ice has decided to detain, aka human traffic, aka kidnap, a 5-year-old. Bless his little fucking bunny rabbit Spider-Man backpack wearing little heart. Detained a 5-year-old. Let that sink in.
Mm-hmm.
We've all seen the picture. We've seen many pictures, many angles. It wasn't just one picture. But this little, bless his little heart, like that could be anybody's 5-year-old. And I think that's why a lot of people got hit right in the gut with that because, like, you really do have to think about the fact that if you have kids, no kids, you're an aunt, you're an uncle, you know, you are in proximity to children that are of that age, you have to realize like this could be anybody's kid.
Oh, 100%.
He
Yeah.
was like, bless his little heart, he was literally pictured
He
with
looked
his,
so scared.
he didn't know what was going on.
No. And to like I
Ugh.
would be scared as an adult, but to think about a 5-year-old having to deal with that, I also think it's just so deplorable of ICE, of this administration, but then to hear oh God, what's his stupid name? I just totally went blank. Our vice president like talk about it and say I looked into it and his dad had ran from ICE and that's why, and we're not gonna leave the 5-year-old in the cold and like what
You know what I
what a
love?
fucking liar.
So I follow, and I've already shouted them out before on other podcasts that we've done, but Beyond the Blinds, one of the hosts is Laguna Biatch.
Mm.
She actually posted that because she posted a picture of being like, this is deplorable. Like, you guys seriously need to look inward. What the fuck are you doing here? She posted or reposted one of the pictures that all of us have seen of him in his little bunny beanie and his Spider-Man backpack being detained, aka kidnapped, aka human trafficked. Anyway,
Yeah.
allegedly. So she posted that, and then all the responses were like, his dad abandoned him. How could you even like respond to this? This is bullshit. I beg your fucking mother effing pardon. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Right.
People actually still, okay, the people who are defending ICE still at this point, after seeing all of the evidence that have come out about how fucking awful, horrible, and disgusting they are as a fucking part of the human race, you should be ashamed of yourselves, you losers. You are so gross. You're disgusting. And I hope to God you look in the mirror and think you're just hot ass shit because you've obviously brainwashed yourself into thinking so because you're disgusting. You're disgusting, you ice lunatic loving people. Ugh. Um, gross.
I think if your instant gut reaction is to come to ICE's defense and to make an excuse for them versus looking at a picture of a 5-year-old being detained by grown men,
Masked men because
masked men who
they're
are
coward ass
don't know
motherfuckers
where
who
he's
won't
going.
take down their masks.
And your instant gut reaction is to defend them versus like a child. You really need to look inward. You're on the wrong side of this. You're the ones who are listening to all of the bullshit and swallowing it whole. So, um, yeah, there's no excuse. I'm sorry. There just isn't. There are other ways to do it. There are other ways to go about it. And ICE and this administration are not doing it. And you can try and sell us all the lies you want, but we use our fucking brain here.
And
And
it's
we're not.
beautiful the people who actually don't support ICE have brains. So it must suck to suck, and it must suck to be ignoramuses that are easily convinced that this is actually like a smart thing to follow. Like, well, these ICE people are detaining the criminals.
They're really trying to sell this whole like if they could if people could just stop resisting and like then it would just be done in a more humane way. No. No. That's enough. Stop.
Again, from last episode, they
Stop.
are taking their anger and racism out on the wrong people. You
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
nut.
I
You
could
need to realize this is a 5-year-old. What the fuck is he doing wrong? What the fuck is his fucking problem? Is he the fucking person that's running down the street being like, you're a fuck piece of shit? No, he's a 5-year-old. And lest we also not forget that in the same week of said 5-year-old, a 2-year-old a 2 year
Mm.
old, a 24-month-year-old was also detained, even though it was against court order. It was against court order. So Texas had a court order to release the toddler because they were trying to detain the father, but the father had obviously their child with them, like a good parent would. Um, they took both, even though the court order said to release the toddler. You are a piece of shit if you think that this is okay.
And you know that once they get to these detention centers, the father and the 2-year-old are probably not together.
Completely
They're
separated.
probably,
So then
yeah,
this poor child
awful,
is terrified out of their mind.
awful trauma.
Oh my God. And don't even get me
Oh,
started
are you
on the
kidding me?
T
As a
word.
parent, if somebody ripped my child away from me in a detention center that is not known for being humane, I don't need, oh my God. Yeah, we
With the
gotta.
things we
Okay.
would do to these people in defense and probably die in the fact of what we were trying to do to save our child would most likely would be completely no one would know because guess what? They don't like to put that stuff out on the news. They only like to say what ICE is doing good for the community. And also, lest we not forget the time that they went to a library with 50 ICE agents, air quote agents, ICE agents to take one person, 50 for one person. And there's videos. And I just reposted that because every single time I see that, I repost it because I'm like, this is what they're doing. They have nothing else better to do with their fucking pathetic ass lives than to fucking do this shit.
And it's absolutely insane. It's horrifying to
I'm
watch.
disgusted with these
Yeah.
people that actually go to bed at night thinking that they're doing a good job.
Yeah,
You're
you're
gross. You're gross. You're a loser. You're gross. And you're literally doing everything in your power to make your probably self that could fail the fucking police academy um feel good about yourself. So I hope that you sleep well at night.
mm,
I hope you do.
yep. We'll leave it there. Let's move into
Much lighter hearted news.
yeah.
Except there's a dash of the grossness because I mean, we live in a world that we live in. So let's talk about the Beckham stuff that happened
Yeah.
literally last weekend into this week. This has just been taking over everything. And I feel like we're as mothers, obviously we have certain stances, but also I have to also say there are certain stances too where I'm like, okay, well, also as a mother, but also as knowing like not every parent has the entitlement of deserving a certain role in a child's life. I also am part of two camps here.
hmm
I am part of two camps here, whereas Damiana, I don't think she has a camp and she has another camp and then she has her own camp. So we all have different areas that we're very familiar with. We're not going to be just like, well, we're mothers and we're going to side with mother. No, false.
Mm-mm.
And this is all a long-winded way of saying, like, we've obviously all heard about the Brooklyn Beckham Instagram stories seen around the world. I saw it literally 30 minutes after posting, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Did someone get hacked? And then, of course, like, no, nay, no, no, no. Brooklyn Beckham's account did not get hacked. He went on a Instagram, I think it was like 6 different stories.
Oh, shit. I don't
It
think I saw them all.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not going to read them all verbatim. I won't
hmm
do a little poet spoken poet reading or any of this that, but I will talk about a couple of key points that he did talk about on said. And I did save some screenshots, so I'm not going to even go verbatim. I want to go accurate because I don't want people to think that I'm just like going free balling.
Please always
So
go free bowling.
I'm gonna free ball to the wall, y'all. So Brooklyn on Monday. So it didn't even happen over the weekend. It happened on Monday. So after a couple of days after our last episode, he said on Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my
hmm
parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies. Let's emphasize that only some of the lies that have been printed. I'm not going to go verbatim because, again, you can go back and read all of the things because they're screenshotted everywhere, but I can also drop the screenshots if you need to. So just message me if you want to. But a lot of the key points were about the wedding. So,
Yes, I read the one about the dance,
so there
and
was
the
allegedly,
dress.
yes, there was allegedly, well, let's dance will be last. So let's allegedly, again, we're just saying that just to cover bases. But basically, he talked about how that in the 11th hour, Victoria Beckham canceled making Nicola's dress.
hmm
But then, of course, everyone on the internet was like, well, she was just interviewed saying that she was working with Valentino for like 12 months, 11 months to make a dress. Well, apparently, she was not supposed to wear just one dress. She was going to wear a Victoria Beckham original and the Valentino.
I
So
see.
that was the whole like, well, this is not fact because she was interviewed in Vogue saying this. So of course everyone's like, well, we don't know whose side. I think at this point, let's just say at the top, there's not really a side to choose because you are also speaking on the fact that there's that whole his truth, her truth, and the
hmm
actual fact.
Yeah.
So everyone has their perspective of what happened leading up and what happened on the day and what happened after. So everyone has their own account of what took place. So lest we not forget that lovely little ditty. Ew. Um, sorry. But the night before our wedding, members of my family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family, even though that's actually the whole point of a marriage is you're actually combining families and it's becoming your family. So
Yeah.
that's kind of also a guttural punch if he actually heard that. And again, this could be his perspective. This absolutely could be what he was told, what he was informed of, if someone in the family said this. So lest we not forget the fact again, his truth, her truth, and the truth. So
Mm-hmm.
there's three different variations. I've received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere this last summer. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, where in the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my
This is
wife.
such a random like call out to Mark Anthony. Like what is it called? A name drop? Like a name
I,
drop?
well, Mark Anthony is the one that apparently was on stage. So this is going to go into what the DJ has said since all of this has transpired.
Uh
So I'll go into that. But Mark Anthony called me to the stage, wherein the schedule was to be a romantic dance with my wife. But instead, my mom was waiting to dance with me instead. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never been more humiliated or uncomfortable in my entire life. We wanted to renew our vows so we could create new memories for just us two. And this is what, like, a lot of things came out because, like, 7 months or something later, they renew their vows. And everyone was like,
mm,
that's kind of weird to renew your vows like less than a year before your actual 1 year anniversary. That's kind of
mm-hmm.
bizarre. And that none of the Beckhams were invited.
Mm.
So let that also sink in too. My wife has been consistently disrespected by my family. No matter how hard we've tried to come together as one, my mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in ways that clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. Despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday and we were rejected to see him a week before. He refused all of our attempts to see him unless it was at his big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras at every corner. It was a slap in the face because Nicola was rejected and also was uninvited. So later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is decided by how much you post on social media or how quickly you drop everything to show up and pose for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of your professional obligations. We've gone out of our way for years to show up and support at every fashion show, every party, every press activity to show our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA fires, my mom refused. So the narrative my wife controls me is completely backwards. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, and or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family. Now, since this was posted, people have come out of the woodwork, of course. One of Nicola, who is his wife, Nicola's ex, who is also a high profile person, that last statement reigned very close to her. So when he said, all we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family, what Alana Hadid, who, because Nicola dated Anwar Hadid, Nicola's track record was like a lot of like high profile people that she dated. Her, and we're gonna get into some like really dark stuff in a sec, but she dated Anwar Hadid, so his sister came out saying like, so you're gonna post a 6-page story about how you, and then end it with that you want privacy.
Yeah.
This girl has never wanted privacy at all. All she's wanted is the public view. And so her ex's sister, who would have been her future sister-in-law, who also isolated him from his parents while she was dating him. He had no relationship with his parents or his sisters while they were dating, came out and said that. So it's not looking good for her, but also I'm very much in the camp of like, I'm gonna believe like because again, I have my own personal things where I'm like, I believe that, certain parents are can be toxic. Absolutely. That's 100% a fact. That's 100% possibility. You're not obligated to be in a relationship with your parents just because they gave you life. Like that has never been a thing. That is never should be a thing. You should be very much like in the forefront of these people are there. If they don't support you and they're actually more toxic to your life and they treat you more like you should be this way to me versus that way to you, et cetera, et cetera, there's some things that need to be worked inward. Well, after all that, um, I have screenshots of the statements too, so I'm trying to go through those. But there was a whole thing of who Nicola Peltz's father is as well. So she is not just like this up and coming, no one really knew who she was. No, no, no. I used to actually watch Bates Motel, and I think I even talked about how I was doing a rewatch of Bates Motel. Nicola Peltz is on that. She's an actress, but she
Hmm.
comes from a very, very prominent family. Her dad is a billionaire. He, I think, invested in Snapple and had it set off like in the earlier days. So
Hmm.
he's an investor in Snapple. And what happened was he also allegedly, let that sink in, allegedly is not a good guy because he also tried to buy the Washington Post with some of the people we have spoken about. Brooklyn Beckham's father-in-law has tried to buy the a Washington Post with and alongside Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. So this is the company he kept. His
Hmm.
friends were Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Wait,
Hmm.
Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein. Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Their names, I just realized were very similar. Um, so that's her father. She comes from she's a billionaireess. She's not a millionaire. Like
Hmm.
she's not an heiress of that. She's a billionaireess. So actually, I think that also kind of gives him leverage. Like he could literally completely disassociate himself with his family and still be completely well off because of her fortune
Hmm.
of what she has with her family. So that's also something to consider. Oh, it's actually, sorry, the New York Magazine. Backtrack. Sorry. New York Magazine, if I didn't say that. So there's that. So I mean, take what you will, but also Justin Anderson, who is a celebrity stylist. And I remember this episode on the Kristen Cavallari podcast. I remember distinctly this episode. This is not great for I was sitting in the country club of the nanny family that I was watching the kids have a swim lesson. And so I was sitting there waiting for their swim lesson to be over, and I had my earbud in and I was listening to the podcast. And Justin Anderson was talking about how one of his worst experiences with a celebrity because it was an asked question on like, hey, do you have any questions for Justin while he's on my podcast? And this was Justin Anderson, Crystal Cavallari's best friend from Laguna Beach, the hills, et cetera, et cetera. Um, he said actually one person stands out. It is Nicola Peltz. Well, he doubled down on that. And after all of this came out with the Brooklyn Beckham posting stories, he actually mentioned it again, saying like, she is an awful person. She gives me spooky vibes. She gives me really creepy vibes. She's the worst celebrity I've ever actually done any service on. This has always stood out as being like the worst of the worst.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's like a daddy's little rich girl attitude or what, but it's like, again, I don't think in this situation there's a side. You can
Yeah.
say, like, I feel bad for Victoria Beckham because this is her child being public about their dirty laundry.
Hmm.
But you can also say, I feel bad about Brooklyn Beckham because he's a child who's obviously with a woman who may be potentially manipulative as well, who has obviously isolated her ex against her family as well when she was with him. Like, who knows? So there's like so many different angles of this whole situation that we don't know. We don't know the truth.
Yeah. I don't even think it matters about her as much as like when I heard this story. Um, one of the first things I thought about was for the dance, was well, and then you see like the
Oh my
AI
God.
doctorate and it's hard not to laugh. But
Yeah.
um
Or the pictures that you see or the videos you see
the
online, you're like,
memes,
this is Victoria Beckham at his wedding.
so good. But what I was thinking was like a lot of, for one, let me also say this, weddings make people crazy. And the reason is because there's a lot of tradition that goes into weddings, that there's like this expectation of like, this is how it's been done. And as a mom, like even for myself, like I am so excited, and I'm sure Victoria Beckham was excited to do a son and daughter dance.
Yeah.
Like you're expecting that. Like I'm imagining that, and my kids are 3. So, to get to that point, and I understand that the kids nowadays, they're not doing the same traditional things, and that's totally their prerogative. But weddings make you crazy. So that's where my brain was like, I wonder if they cut it out. And she was like, wait, you know, I don't
Well,
know.
also remember the fact that the part of the thing was the Mark Anthony. So he apparently at one point said, I want the most beautiful girl in the room to come on stage.
Uh,
And he then said, Victoria, come on
oh
up.
no.
And then, and this came out before all of this, but
Mm.
then apparently Brooklyn was like waiting off stage, thinking he was about to have his first dance, and Mark Anthony said that allegedly, and not knowing that it was gonna not be him and his wife, it was gonna be him and his mom.
Either way, that's such a weird thing to say at a wedding. Like she
The
definitely,
wife should be the most beautiful girl in
I
the
don't
world.
care if she's the devil in disguise. Like she deserves to be the most beautiful on, her wedding day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some weirdness here. I think you're right. Like it's however you slice it, like you have a son who is um, not, he's just basically disowning his family, and his family is also doing it to him. And it's sad. Like, that's so sad, especially during this time of your life where you're like going to be starting a family, you're in love. Like, that's when you really need the support.
And
Um,
a lot
yeah,
of people are thinking that they're actually probably with child at this point because
I'm sure.
in the statement that I didn't read, there's like twice he talks about their future children, their future
Yeah.
children.
Even if they're not, I mean, like, you don't get, if you're planning on having kids and you're married to someone, like, that's like, so. That I'm just coming from it from like a empathetic lens of like that's really, really sad to
Yeah.
hear how whatever is the truth, like the truth is that they're not talking. The truth is that, this is so public, and clearly
And
they're
it's,
all
I
hurt.
think a lot of that is he made it public. He did not have to release these stories in
Yeah.
such a fashion of giving such detail. He could have done, if he really felt it in his heart, he needed to release these stories, then he could have done like a singular story. But he did like 6 story posts or something like that.
Oh
Like,
yeah. How old are they? How old are these people? Let me
look up
see.
how old Brooklyn Beckham is.
Let's
I want to say
see.
late 20s, but I could be wrong because my whole perception of age is like skewed now that I'm elder.
He's 26, so
Oh,
his frontal lobe has barely, if that, been, you know,
yikes.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's so young.
He's still such a baby. And also, I hope to God this relationship stands the test of times because I think, like, for me, I and you also, we both have personal situations
Oh,
where,
she's
like,
31.
she is older.
She's
So
older.
she
Yeah.
also actually, when she dated
Beautiful.
Anwar Hadid, who I was talking about, how like the sister came out with being like, she's always wanted to be in the public eye. What are you talking about? She's never wanted privacy in her life, allegedly. Uh, Anwar was only like 17 and she dated him when she was like mid-20s.
Wow.
And then she's the
Oh,
one that like isolated him from his family, didn't talk to his mom, didn't talk to his sisters for years when she was with him, et cetera, et cetera. So there's something there which seems like to be like a continuity situation where it's like it's kind of aligning with that past relationship. So it's like one is to think like, what is the truth here? But again, there is no teams. I think the fact that there are so many people being like Team Victoria,
No, like you
Team
can't
Nic
do teams. That's like
no.
so hurtful to this. They're yeah, they're so young. I mean, she's 31. She should, you
She should
know.
know better, but
I think in the sense of like just like here's the thing, like as a wife who has watched other marriages within the family struggle, my one of the things that I've always advocated for my husband is, and this is prior to all the drama, is um to always like nurture and to be supportive and nurturing the relationships with his family. Like you like mend fences, not anymore. They've hit a point where it's like
yeah,
that's
no.
toxic, you know, but
Yeah.
prior to that, like I'm supportive of whatever you want to do. Um and like one not feeding into like the drama
Or
of
not
it.
even feeding into the
Or
pressure. I think like on the other
yeah.
side where it's like, oh, you should really mend fences. If this person in the
Oh.
familial line of bloodlines is toxic, there's only so much you can really
Totally.
do.
And not to say that she's not doing that, but
Yeah.
we don't know. But
We don't know.
I just think, that's super important as a partner, not just a wife, I'm sorry. As a partner out there, like you don't want to be the one who's like, yeah, cut it off. You
Get it
gotta be a
out of
little
here.
like,
Yeah.
unless they're like in physical massive mental, danger. But I really think like it has to be that person's decision to like cut ties with their family. But you're always like, I'm supportive no matter what you want to do. And I hope that she's, there for him. And it sounds like, there. So
We'll
hopefully
see.
we'll see.
Now, heading on into a little bit more of a quick rapid fires type of situation before we go into what we watched. California joined the WHO Public Health Network following the US federal withdrawal. So basically, Trump signed that he was going to have the US withdraw from the WHO's Global Outbreak Alert and Response Network. Well, Newsom was like, nope, not here. So basically, we are going to be joining the WHO, and I think this goes actually the first state to go against the actual president. So I love to see it because you've also probably seen videos coming out about when they were in the same proximity and Trump talked about him, and he looks at the camera going like, "What the
So
fuck?"
funny. Amazing.
Yes.
Genius.
So that's something also that came out literally, I think, just today or last night. So there's still more to come there. So we'll talk about that more later.
Okay.
Also, I want to talk about before we go into the Blake Lively of it all. Yes, she's still here, afoot and all the things. So, Wuthering Heights press tour with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. So I don't know if you've seen any of the quotes or any of the things that have happened or transpired with the Wuthering Heights press tour, but it's giving very close to the Sydney Sweeney and um, what's that guy from Anyone But You? They had a whole press tour and they were like talking basically as if they were like in love, but secretly they both had relationships. And then, of course, after
Yeah,
the
I thought
fact,
it was them.
their relationships like completely imploded. It's giving
Oh.
very much the same situation. So she was said as saying, they became codependent on each other, that she would look around. I'm so good at codependent with people that I work with that I would like look around and I'd be so devastated that person wasn't near me. Um, Also she's married and with a child, just
Oh
FYI.
no.
Just FYI. And I know it's like you're Margot Robbie. You do not need to do this type of PR. So
Mm-mm.
I'm really hoping this is just like out of your gut. You just say it out of nowhere. But also it's kind of weird if you do. I don't know. Like I just think that this whole PR thing, because like I'm gonna watch the movie. I love like he looks like the cup chip from frickin' Beauty and the Beast, but I love her. Like, yes, I'm gonna give that call out to Laguna Biatch of Beyond the Blinds. She literally said, I don't know about you, but my truth is Jacob Elordi looks like Chip from Beyond from Beauty and the Beast.
What? No.
I'm like, you know,
No, I don't see that at all. I think he's
Not wrong.
I think he's handsome. It's hard to um not think of him like as the person from Euphoria for me personally.
Oh, that's coming back. Are you going to be watching 10 years later?
Jesus, sure.
I
Um,
think I'm going to give it a shot. This goes into pivot a little bit. I'm going to give it a
mhm.
shot, but I also think like it's been so long. I'm thankful they're going to do a time jump, but also I'm so sad Fez is gone. They're going to do a time jump where Jacob Elordi and Sydney Sweeney are married, and
Oh.
she's an OnlyFans girl. Have you seen the trailer?
No. Oh my
Oh
God,
my
of course.
God. So the trailer, she becomes an OnlyFans girl. So he'll like come home from work and she's like bent over on the bed with like their nanny or their housekeeper taking video of her bent over. Like she's like, I'm just filming content.
So weird.
I'm like,
Well,
that tracks.
I can't wait to see this movie and
I want to watch it, but it's like the press tour, the things they say about each other, I don't think is necessary, guys. Like, I don't think
press
you
tour
can.
sounds so stressful. Maybe it's the press tour talking. Like, I don't know. Some weird things have happened at press tours. I mean, Ariana Grande and your colleague,
Oh
I'm
my
blanking on her
God.
name right now. I'm sorry. Alphabet. Yeah, like I mean, some weird, I don't know. Anyways, God bless him.
Yeah, it's just like so weird because she literally said, I found myself starting to look around to see where he was. I was really unnerved and unmourned, and I just felt quite lost, like a kid without the blanket or something.
Okay.
What? You're married, and this is a shoot for a film shoot you're doing. And so she admits that she was becoming codependent on Jacob Elordi to be in her presence at all times during their filming.
She must be a method actor.
Ew, you only hear about men doing that. You don't hear about women being like method actors. Gross.
She's like literally putting herself into the
Blah.
character.
But another thing too, just want to let you know, guys, I've deleted our TikTok.
Our TikTok?
Yeah. I want to let you know I've done that because if you click the link next to what I put in the notes, over the last 24 hours, I don't know if you've gone into your own personal TikTok and have seen the new disclaimer, but it's not good, guys. It's really not good. So I have 30 days. I can like reinstate it in 30 days, but I literally did it just today. But American TikTok users officially it got signed over like within the last 24 hours. American TikTok users are waking up to a surprise terms update on their TikTok that you need to actually click accept if you even want to look at anything on TikTok.
Oh, that's so annoying. You know what's funny is I've actually been very on it for the past like week. And so, but today was the only day that I didn't because whatever reason. How funny.
It literally happened within the last 24 hours. So I can reinstate it if you are comfortable with it.
No.
But just so you know, it says updates of terms. Basically, everything that they put in there, it reads as if they will have your tracking. ICE is approved to use your tracking through TikTok.
No.
And also it's basically reading as if like the administration can know exactly where you are, what you're posting about, and obviously everything we post about, not ideal for the administration to know about. But he said, I am so happy to have helped in saving TikTok. It will now be owned by a group of great American patriots and investors, the biggest in the world, and will
Nope.
be an important voice along with other factors. It was responsible for my doing so well with the youth vote in 2024 election. I only hope that long into the future, I will be remembered by those who use and love TikTok. Thank you, President or Vice President J.D. Vance, and all the others within my administration who have helped bring this deal to a very dramatic final and beautiful conclusion. I would also like to thank the President Xi of China for working with us and ultimately approving the deal. He could have gone the other way, but didn't, and appreciated for his decision. Again, I'm trying to read like one of Donald Trump's tweets, sorry. President Donald J. Trump, all caps. So
Hmm.
after I saw that, and also
Hmm.
the way that the wording for the new agree and approval,
Yeah,
it
there's no like deny or anything. It
you
just
can't
like
deny
agree.
it.
Yeah. Types of location information, including device geolocation, we may collect from you with your permission. How we use your information we have collected or will collect to show you ads outside of TikTok. To opt out of these ads, tap here by clicking below. You agree to the updates to our terms of services. That's about it. Updated corporate entity.
And also the compilation of that and Trump's tweet of just being so proud of like his team for acquiring TikTok, that doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, very weird. But removing the app, did you delete it or just
No, I completely did went through the delete process where I had to like delete the account, enter in the code, delete the app, like where you have to go through like a 6 point process to delete.
mm,
They don't let it go easy.
I can't just delete the app from my phone
No, you
because
have to
it'll still.
delete your actual account.
But do you have to approve it before you
You have to
delete it?
approve
That's so
deletion before you
annoying.
approve. Yeah. No, it took a 6 point
Oh my
process of me
God.
deleting. So just FYI, we are no longer going to be promoting finding us on TikTok
Mm.
because right now at this point, I'm still going to do some digging. I just felt really uncomfy about that announcement. And then the
Yeah,
fact
that's
that I was
fair.
like, that came up and I hit agree, but I was like, wait a second, I need to read this. And then I went back to, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, no.
hmm
So, we're going to be
Okay.
gone for a bit from TikTok, if not
Yeah,
indefinitely, but we'll see.
that's fine with me.
Just let you know. Well, of course, but now you're gonna have to also help me with reposting on Instagram now. But just let you know, look at your own TikTok agreement and figure out if you want to keep it because I know actually a lot of people are completely falling like they're like delete, delete, we're out. So they've already plummeted in users
Oh, good. Well, good. Show
over the
'em.
last 24
Yep.
hours. It's like you okay,
We'll
white
go
out
back. We'll go back to what was that one app? There was like an app that we all used. Not
Friendster.
everyone. No, 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 no. It's another Chinese. It's like TikTok that
Uh
people were using
I was like
in the interim,
MySpace.
I think last year or something.
Bring back
Hilarious.
Tom. Where's Tom? Bring back MySpace.
I want my top eight.
I will
Um
rank your ass all the time. But yeah, so lastly, before we head into the good news we're sipping, so Blake Lively's emails and texts were released from Taylor Swift, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and way more. I am not going to read verbatim all through all of these because there was a lot,
Please
but I
don't.
will just include all of the links so you can absolutely do your digging and all of the work. But I'm just letting you know, Blake Lively and Taylor Swift talk as if two gals are chit-chatting over a glass of wine in their text messages. So just keep that in mind because like these are two gals just chit-chatting in the text messages. So when you're reading these, don't act as if like these are on record in a news article. These are just two girls chit-chatting. So again, I'm reiterating that because I need you to read these text messages as such. The one that's embarrassing for me that stands out the most is Blake Lively emailing Ben Affleck and whom allegedly when she was on that movie with him back in early 2000s, uh, when he was married to Jennifer Garner,
Mhm.
they allegedly hooked up.
Oh no.
Allegedly, I'm gonna say that again, allegedly hooked up. Um, she emailed being like, "Hey, my wizard, I just want to ask your opinion on this. So I have this script, for this movie. It ends with us, and I want your opinion on it because I value your opinion so much." And then basically she kind of, long story short of it all, again, completely going off the cuff, not verbatim, to protect myself. Um, she basically talks to him kind of like, I just want to make sure that my cut is going to be the best and it's going to win over Justin's. And then Taylor Swift and Blake Lively their texts came out to be like, God, like Taylor Swift basically is like, oh my God, he's such a little bitch. Like, played the smallest violin already. And I'm like, if that's all she said, that's like a normal conversation with two girls.
Yeah.
You're lucky. Your manhood was never put into play here, nor was your character. It was just all of the fact that you're a little bitch. Um, but all in all, so there's a lot to go into here. I'm going to include all the links, but do what you will with this information. A lot of it got released. A lot of it is very hefty emails and correspondence and all that. But I personally, I don't know, man.
You're like, not that big of a deal.
I just think that this whole thing needs to be put to bed.
Yeah.
Soon, for the love of
It's
God.
time. Yeah.
Going into good news recipient though, I do want to say UK schools introduced lessons to teach boys how to respect women and girls.
Mm.
Applause, applause, applause. Heard around the
Mm-hmm.
world. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
UK schools. And also, something also for us to get excited about is the Super Bowl. So,
Woo!
so obviously you already know about Bad Bunny. He's going to be at the halftime show, but the MAGA are all like, oh, why can't we have like English speaking people on the halftime show? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, they said, all right, bring on Green Day,
I wanna be
who have been so outspoken on their hatred of this administration. So I dare say I'm so looking forward to seeing what the fuck they have up their sleeves because you know damn well it's going to outshine the beautiful Kendrick of it all because Kendrick did a number on Drake.
He did. Yeah, that was great.
And you already know Green Day is like, pfft. Like Green Day has literally changed lyrics of their songs to correlate with the administration of hatred that they have. And I'm like, I cannot wait. So I'm excited. I'm thrilled. And I cannot wait for the halftime show because guess what? You want to say, oh, well, we need English speakers to be the performers. Okay. Well, these are people are from the Bay Area, the most English speaking of them all, and they hate you. So good luck.
Amazing.
Are you ready to head into what we watched?
I really am.
Yes.
I'm
So
yeah, let's do it.
let's do it. So let's go through some things that we have watched separately and then we'll come together at the end. But Industry episode 2, superb, so good. There was an episode with your girl from CMT. She was a guest at one of the parties and was very party focused on this because it
Mhm.
was the 40th birthday of Henry. It was such a good episode. I'm still very confused because they alluded on the last episode that he had HIV, but then they like banged without protection. So that made me a little nervous. So I'm like, does that mean she has HIV? I need to do some more digging. I don't really know how that works in the situation of I just kind of I know that you can take medication, but I didn't know if like you can still have unprotected. So I don't know. I will educate myself. Um, but the whole episode was really, really great. I feel like the episode 2 really made him not look like a self-loathing fucking idiot. He is absolutely the fucking because I know you watched something that was very Game of Thrones-esque. Because he is freaking Kit Harington. He is God, what is his name? Why am I blanking? From Game of Thrones. Kit Harington's
John
character.
Stark?
Thank you. He's in the show and he was just like becoming such a like little bitch and it was really upsetting me
Mm.
and now it turned around. So I'm hoping that the little bitchness is gone. Um, and then I also watched Tell Me Lies episode 4. Holy moly. At the end of that episode, if you guys are watching, because I know Damiana is not, oh my God, episode 4 at the end, it literally shows that Bree, time jump, spoiler alert, Bree and Wrigley allegedly are together. We don't know, but we're supposed to allude that they are. However, it also looks at Wrigley put down his phone next to Steven, who's the psychotic person on the show that everyone hates, knowing that he would probably look through his phone. So when they're across the dance floor looking at each other who are not married, and it's at her wedding, Bree's wedding, to not Wrigley, but Bree and Wrigley are locking eyes at each other across the dance floor. Steven sees this and then he looks through Wrigley's phone where there's multiple missed calls and regular calls, calls at last hours, et cetera, happening on the call log. So I don't know how everyone's alluding to the fact that this may potentially be like, oh, they're trying to catch him but as what? They all know that he is a horrible person, that he is a shit disturber. Like, they already know that. So, what's the end game here? Even if
Hmm.
like they catch him, like this is a ploy, this is a trick. I don't know. But I do love that Pippa and Wrigley, who were together in college, which they show in the show the whole entire time. She knows that Pippa knows that her best friend, who's married now to their like college best friends, her best friend is now like having a secret affair with her ex-boyfriend. And I love that she's so much like, does anyone else know that you love her? It's just like I'm rooting for them so hard. But anyway, I wish you watched Tell Me Lies. It's so good. But anyway, Southern Charm, great. I probably give it a good old if a background show list like watch and then still going strong with that. But I think the only last thing before we go into things we both watched together is Free Willy. So out of nowhere this week, Forrest decided he was really like into whales, and I was like, oh well, let's watch Free Willy. I loved this like movie as a kid. Put it on, and they were so engulfed in it.
Adorable.
It is now like their entire existence. It literally reminded me of when I watched Free Willy as a child. I all of a sudden wanted to be a marine biologist. That was my passion.
Hmm.
I wanted to do all the things ocean. They, of course, the moment that it ended, they wanted me to buy all the books about orca whales, whales in general, so they can learn more. He woke up this morning immediately, and I'm looking at them right now, created every single solitary aquatic animal you can think of in clay. So I have an octopus. I have a seahorse. I also have a Free Willy, but I think he took it back to the room, so it's not right here. But I have every single type. Oh, wait. Nope. I have Free Willy with the curved fin and all. So therefore, I have every single
So cute.
aquatic animal you can think of. But he is just so obsessed now, so he's already had me like replay that movie twice since last night.
Oh my God.
And
It's
it is
adorable.
still so sad. The
Yeah, it
ending,
is really sad.
I was like,
Yeah, that's a hard one.
you need to go, Willie. So what'd you
Oh,
watch?
okay. I'm gonna go through the ones that we didn't watch together. I am making my way through Pluribus.
Making my
I
way
didn't
downtown.
I confess. It is very good. I think it is hilarious. It's suspenseful, it's frustrating, it's all the things you want it to be. Interesting. Sometimes you're like, but that doesn't make sense. And then they kind of like come around. But also like I'm okay with just kind of giving it to like the universe and be like, all right. Um, Still very much recommend it. I don't want to give any like crazy
So
spoilers or
it
anything.
not like our last episode. So it's not like Human Centipede.
No, it is again, guys, not like Human Centipede. It is the joining of like consciousness of the entire world minus 12 people, but they really focus on one main character. And like her resistance to it
Is that the
is
chick screaming on the cover of the
yes,
okay.
yeah. And she was in Better Call Saul. She was Saul's
I
girlfriend
never
in
watched
it, if you
that.
remember her.
I remember seeing that on FX, like the whole Better
Also,
Call Saul.
also ironic because it's also set like in like a Southwest kind of setting. So I don't know if similar or just coincidence, like people behind it, but I don't think so. Anyways, it's lovely. I highly recommend it. We had the pleasure of putting on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms on HBO.
I have
Oh
that on my thing.
my God. Okay, for one, why? 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 Okay,
Uh,
this is a spoiler.
that's
Why?
fine.
Why? The first scene, the main character is
Dies.
shown burying his like his mentor, and then he's
Like
like,
his penis.
no, worse. Let me get to it. One sec, okay? He's like shown
You have an actual phallic object in front of you.
like yeah, guys, I'm gonna plug this. This is like why my hair looks so good, by the way. Get this. But also it's really funny because it kind of reminds me of like clapping like this.
So first scene, what does the guy do? I'm gonna watch the show,
He
so I'm
is
excited
like
about it.
I don't he's not like he's just kind of like dilly-dallying, like for lack of a better word, after like the body is buried. I kind of don't remember because you're just like watching him. It wasn't memorable until he is holding onto a tree and like diarrhea is out of his butt. Like you,
Oh
yeah.
no.
You're like, why? Like,
Oh my God, I'm
why?
so glad you told me because I know at
Why?
least I will know to like move along.
Yeah, continue with it. It is so good. It's like got a lot of humor in it. I think more so than like some of the other shows in this realm.
Well, and also
Um
that's coming back this season. This year
oh yeah.
is House of Dragon season 2 is
Yes.
coming out
Yeah, like
finally.
not as much like humor in that. But this one
No.
I feel like in Game of Thrones like there was like moments of little things of humor, very like small woven in between. This is like a little bit more of that and it the character just despite watching him shit on a tree is actually very handsome and like lovable.
Is this something, does it have the Game of Thrones intro sound on it?
It does.
Oh,
Oh, and
thank God.
I was gonna read you I'm just gonna leave it here. Like you guys have your thoughts. We don't have to have like a huge conversation about it, but Sophie Turner was quoted in saying if I'm like if she was watching it and she said if I'm honest on anything Game of Thrones, I don't think I can. I can't even hear the theme tune. It gives me like crazy anxiety. I don't know why. I had the best time on that show, but I can't watch anything related to it. And then she goes on to say, like, but I'm really excited for the actors on it. And I think it will probably be incredible because it's in the universe. She continues. So good luck to everyone involved. I won't be watching it, but I'll be rooting for you.
Well, yeah, it's probably also there's so many things. Like she was also RAPED in that show. So I think that
Yeah.
probably it was like I don't know like how actors do that when they are like great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it when they're
Well,
like
and like probably the anxiety too of like just wanting to like perform and being part of such a
because
big
there was
thing.
so oh my God, that was such a huge thing that there was so much scrutiny on every little detail of every
It's
episode.
it's hard because like I don't you know, we don't have that like insight, but the insight for us is like it's such a massive universe and it's newer. It's not like it's been around for, 20 years
Yeah.
yet, but like, you know what I mean? Like it just
Well,
so it's like how could you not want to see something a part of it? Okay.
it's also I'm excited for it just because of the fact I was asking if the theme song was on it because I
Uh,
remember Wyatt used to just love to sit with me and listen to the theme song intro and then he like leave the room once the theme song was over. And I'm like, cool, perfect timing. Go away, bye.
yeah, no kidding. Okay, and then I am up to date on the pit. Love the pit.
Well,
Everything is
we both are watching the pit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sorry.
We'll talk
Okay.
about that in a sec, but talk about
Okay.
Victoria before we go back to the pit
I have one more else.
because
One more else.
I have a comment on the pit.
I have one more outside of the one that you're seeing. So Victoria, I started on Netflix. It's a period piece. I'm watching season 1 out of 3. It's what is that brand masterpiece? So it's the same people or same
Bridgerton?
network. No,
Bridgerton?
no, that
No?
would be spicier. Same network as Downton Abbey. Not Downton Abbey. Yeah, Downton Abbey. So it's a little bit more like historical, not as exciting. I will say that there was like one episode in the beginning where Queen Victoria like fresh off her like, being like coronated has a little bit like of a scandal where like her mother's maiden lady or whatever, like person who works for her, but not she is like said to like have, like be carrying with child. And so Victoria sends a doctor to confirm if she's like with child or not. She's not married. So they do an examination and then they find that she has cancer or some kind of growth and is like gravely ill. And then the lady dies, but she like refuses to like forgive Victoria. I don't know if this is factual, but I couldn't help but be like, damn, that's just like a normal, like yearly pap smear. I'm sure it was like worse back then. And you have two like
Well,
weird
they
men.
just recently changed it from metal implements that we were used
Oh
to
God.
plastic implements. And it's like,
That's crazy. I did
It's
not know that.
yeah, they just recently changed it. We've always dealt with like the metal like bah, bah.
Yeah. And I don't even think that they had those instruments back then. And I don't even know like what facts were you going off of, but I just thought it was wild because I was like that okay, that was like a huge scandal. So like it's not that exciting. That's why when you said Bridgerton, I was like, "Hmm, no." Um and then last I forgot to add on here, so just added it, is Fallout. Which
Oh, I heard that was violent as hell this season.
oh, it's yeah, but it's like kind of video gamey in a
Well,
sense. So you
yeah.
don't
And I
feel
love her. Oh, what's her name? The one with the big eyes.
yeah,
I
whatever.
love her.
She's great. And I it doesn't feel violent in like, oh my God, this is too much violence. It's because it's so like cartoony almost in a way. Um, I highly recommend. Season 2 is great so far. I'm into it. So,
So let's
okay,
talk about the pit because
the
I do
pit.
want to watch Fallout, but I just heard that the season two is just like way more gory
Did you
than it.
watch season 1?
No.
Oh, watch season 1 and see if you like it. I didn't think it was like that much more gorier so
Mm-mm.
far.
Oh,
We're like on episode 4 though, so
of season
maybe
two?
of season 2.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't think it's like
Hmm. A lot of people
crazy.
are saying that, like, oh my God, why is this so much gorier than it was the first season? I don't know. People are saying that, but I'll give it a watch because I love her. I
You should watch. Yeah,
love her.
yeah. I think you'd like it. It's a great show. Has a cult following. Okay, what were you gonna say about the pit?
My God. There are so much things where I forgot that like half the
Oh
time
my God, the
I watch it
is it the
like this.
penis?
No, that and also oh well that too. But I watch it like this where I'm like, oh God, oh God,
Yeah.
oh God. And also, what is your suspicion about the poor fucking girl? And of course, all of our brains are going to the worst case scenarios. But like the girl that was brought in, and then like the dad isn't present, but the girlfriend that he just started dating brought the kid in. Like that's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
there's
What
no way
is
they're not gonna let that storyline fizzle out. There's
no,
no
it's not.
way.
They showed actually at the end of every credits,
Yeah.
they showed the next episode. So it does show this next episode that's coming up is going to show like being like, what are you trying to insinuate? Like the shows the dad actually shows up.
Uh,
So
yeah.
what do you think is going on there? Because like that makes me really weary just because I was so used to SVU where it gets like really dark.
I think it's gonna get dark for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's just
For
like
sure.
there's so many storylines where I'm like, I don't want it to go in the dark place.
I
Why?
know. I really love the not love, but like I'm loving the character, the
Mhm.
alcoholic who has to get his like stomach drained and you're like, I know you're gonna die. You're
Well, and
gonna die,
also I'm
huh?
like, I don't want to see the goo that's coming out of your body. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
I'm
It's
actually appreciative of like how, I mean, I don't know if it's accurate because I don't live or work in a in an ER,
oh no,
but
they've
like
actually said there's doctors that have actually been
I've seen that.
said that everything they show because every episode is supposed to be 1 hour
Mm.
in the actual like it's supposed to be the actual real time. So it's not supposed to be a skip ahead, a thing at the end, blah, blah, blah. But people have actually the professionals have said that it's very accurate to what they see in the ER. It is very accurate. It is not exaggerated. It's not a 901 episode where it's like, oh my God, this person all of a sudden came from the light and then the light hit their head and their head exploded into 27 bits and the 27 bits hit. No, it's very this is what happens. This is what can happen. The end.
Yeah, it definitely feels like they are staying true to that. And
Oh my
that's
God.
what that's
The,
kind of I kind of love it actually that they
I
do
love
that.
that for that. And also, it just grosses me out though. Like the homeless man with the shit.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my
that was
God.
rough.
Every single person I came across is like literally covered their face, like because they couldn't handle the smell. And then it just broke my heart about the abandoned baby. What do you think's gonna happen with the abandoned baby?
I don't know. I'm like, is it the lady who was having hearing issues? Like, yeah, I don't know. We will see. I love that show though.
It's
I
so
think
good.
it's such a
And
great
it's
show.
just it's such a heartbreaking episode, especially with the like the old woman who had dementia or whatever, Alzheimer's, and she couldn't remember that he kept telling her that her partner died. And he kept
Oh,
having to tell her that
I know.
her partner died. God, that must suck to work. Like that alone right there makes me like never want to work in the hospital ever. Like you have to repeatedly tell people like the worst information and then just go about your day like it's as if you're cleaning up something off the floor. Ugh,
Definitely.
breaks my heart.
All right, so let's move into Traitors because I know we have a lot to talk about, and I'm just gonna be honest, guys. I'm so sorry. I had 5 hours of sleep last night, so I just like hit a wall and my eye might start twitching.
No, and I'll remember you the things that happened too, but yes,
Okay.
let's talk all things traitors.
Traitors. I am obsessed. In fact, okay, little mini tangent. I know I said I was going to keep it brief. I have
Oh,
had
who
shit
cares?
sleep. I've had shit sleep, and now that like I have the Aura ring, I've been tracking it, and it's like I can't gaslight myself anymore about sleep. Like when you don't have an Aura ring,
No, I had amazing sleep, I
you're
promise.
like, you're like, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. But now I'm like, oh, I am. She is not fine. But
Remember,
last
I
night,
have a different variation. It'll tell me I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I only slept 6 hours. Oh.
Awful. I had like 5 hours of sleep, but part of it was my brain. This time it wasn't even the kids or the dog, it was me. I could not sleep because I was imagining different scenarios on Traders because I went to bed. So, I have a problem. Um, okay. What happened first that we have to talk about? I have notes here about this is like kind of the end on like Rob kind of getting hotter once he started to stick up for Ron. Like he is
Okay.
like subjectively he is very attractive, but like
Well, no,
I've been
he's like,
hearing
okay, he is obvious attractive.
yes.
I
I'm
expressed
sorry.
ex
Yes,
I
obvious. Yeah.
expressed my opinion of that. I don't personally get attracted to people
Not my type, but
who
like
know they're hot.
hmm
But but I'm gonna
yeah.
give it to you because okay, over the last week I found him. I was like, okay, I can see where people are getting like the hotness from because he's so like I'm sorry if you are Rob listening to this episode or Rob's assistant, skip ahead a bit. But if you're watching this or listening to this, you're probably listening because why we're saying something about him. Um, he just comes across kind of doofus-ish. Like
hmm
he's such a doofus. But then all of a sudden you're like, wait, you straight up slammed down that name with confidence in that round table at the end
No, he's not stupid.
where
He's
I was
really
like,
not.
holy crap, you're
Yeah.
hot now because you you handled business the way you
Yeah.
thought the business needed to be handled. However, it came to bite you in the ass, but
I feel like he has been playing the perfect role in that sense of like kind of playing it dumb, right? Like I'm a dumb, like, oh, I'm like a ditz, not like a doof,
oh,
like, like, oh, I'm on reality TV show for like,
oh, I like
for
snakes.
dating or whatever. But
Oh, I
no,
wear no shirt.
but
Like,
he's intelligent and he is playing it right. Like, oh, you think Lisa? Oh, I had no idea. No, I didn't even notice. No, I think he's like when he really wanted to stick up for Ron, and he's like, I really just want to be a faithful, is what it is. And I was like,
at the end, he straight up said that.
you
He's
have a
like, I
heart.
kind of wish I was a faithful because I can't vote. And obviously, this is a spoiler alert now because we're obviously
Yeah.
going to talk about who everyone was voted and all that stuff. The fact that he straight up said that, I wish I was a
Mm.
faithful because he had an allegiance, if you will, or an alliance, whatever you call it, to Ron and to Colton, who Colton, again, you know my stance on that. I think
Yeah.
Colton is a snake, but, and no pun intended because Ron, or not Ron, uh,
Rob.
Rob, he called himself Robbie Bobby. And I was like, sure,
Robbie Bobby.
sure, Robbie Bobby. Um, not in the snakes that you're used to wrangling up, but no, like Colton, ugh. He made
Yeah,
himself
he's
he
just
cemented.
annoying. He's gonna get voted off, I'm sure. He's very annoying for me.
And
And that was before you even mentioned anything. I think I've seen him in I think it was whatever dating show that when they bring them to Paradise or whatever. So
he
it's
was in
called.
Bachelorette. I told you that. He
Yes,
was in
but then he
Bachelorette before he came out.
yes, but then he went to Paradise and and this was before he came out and he was
Did he
equally as
go to
annoying.
Paradise?
Yep. Um, so then, because I never watched The Bachelor, but I watched Paradise a couple seasons.
Oh.
So, Okay, outside of that, um,
Ugh.
Colton trying to get Lisa, let's talk about that too. Like when he's like, I'll stick up for you if you stick up for me.
Like, no,
In the tourniquet, whatever it's called, the turn, what is it called? No, I can't think of what it's called. Where
no.
the
And then he
Is
straight
it
up said
what?
the worst thing you can say as a known stalker that he was going to hold her hostage. You dumbass psychopath, allegedly. I don't know. I'm just gonna say that to protect myself. He said that shit. Like he literally basically was like, I know that Lisa's a traitor, so I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna hold her hostage. Well, everyone remembers. I mean, like people like to forget, but like everyone, a majority of everyone remembers that you were a stalker. So a
Hmm.
stalker who had a rap sheet of having a actual um restraining order against you should not be using the terms that you're going to hold someone hostage. Just FYI, just throwing that out there. Probably shouldn't do that. Not a good look for you, buddy. Um, but yeah, so I think all in all, I think he is lucky as hell that he did not get voted off this episode because spoiler alert again, Ron did. Ron, who we've talked about in the last few episodes since this latest episode premiered, I knew it was gonna happen where he was going to be the one that was
Yeah,
ousted.
he
And
knew it was gonna happen. It was
this
dumb.
was
The voting, like how everyone voted too, was just like so frustrating. Like they all went in and they were like, we're gonna do Colton. They were the faithful group and they were like, we just need 8 faithfuls and we can do it. And they were focused on Colton. They could have gotten him out, but then they wavered. And it was like, why don't you just stick to your guns? Now you just proved that you guys are shit at doing that. Like you need to just hone in
because
and execute.
Snake Wrangler Robbie Bobby, he instead of putting Colton's name down or Ron's name down, he put Lisa's name
Lisa,
down.
that was the other thing. I think what like there have been tons of traders that I've watched that are like, or
You
even just
traders have
faithfuls.
to go against traders at some point. Yeah, I get that.
No, no, no. I was gonna say there have been people who do it, who put someone's name down and they say it so ugly when they're like, listen, it's nothing personal. I just like from what I'm hearing, like I gotta vote one way. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Colton, like I put you down. He should have stuck up for Lisa and
Uh-huh.
put Colton. And I think that would have, like been better. And then he could have talked about it afterwards and like, maybe smoothed it over. But him putting Lisa, just it's gonna fuck him up.
The way that he did that, it was way too close to the end zone. Like literally, it was
Yeah.
so close. Lisa was like by one vote, she could have been voted out.
Which even more so means like you shouldn't have put Lisa because you would have needed like everyone in the room. Like you said, there have been trader on traders, but that like let's say the whole
This is
table is
way too
saying
soon for
Lisa
that to
too soon.
happen.
Yeah. Like everyone's in it, and then you say, yeah, okay, shit, now I have to do it. Um,
Oh my God. When he
yeah,
did that, I literally when he put her name down, I was like, because I think there's been very minimal moments where I've literally audibly gasped
yeah, I
by
think I was pretty
myself.
shocked too.
Where I'm watching a show and by myself I audibly gasp. Like normally I can like keep it contained, but this time I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, I was not expecting that. Um, so I don't know. I mean, like they had to have, and I like the fact that they didn't have a cliffhanger. They had to have a forced conversation, like, why did you do that?
Yeah, I'm glad they
Well,
didn't
well,
do that too.
well, you thought, bro,
I
not
hate,
the time.
yeah. I hate that there is only one episode a week. It is so painful. I want to binge this so bad.
Oh
I'm
my
used to
God.
binging. This is my first time actually watching it live. So this is hard for me. Pray for
It's the
me.
cliffhanger. I think the cliffhanger does
Sometimes
justice
I know.
because of the fact that you get excited about like what the fuck is going to happen next because we have the banquet event to look forward to and stupid Colton with his fucking pearl fucking necklace, multiple pearl necklaces on his chest, whatever. Read into
Cute.
that what you will. But I hope to God he gets voted off because he is a dirty, dirty snake. Dirty, 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 dirty. And I want him gone. I want Colton gone. I want him off my screen. I cannot stand him. He is a stalker psycho, allegedly. But like he needs to be gone. And I hope that happens. And I really hope that somehow people don't just turn on Lisa and oust her and be like, well, I'm a traitor. And then it's just fucking Rob. Like, because they're going to have to do a situation where all of a sudden someone else gets wrangled in to be, it's just so early on. Someone else is going to be wrangled in to have to be a traitor too if Lisa does get voted out this next episode. But then did you see the trailer on the next episode where someone breaks out into a fight?
No. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Wait, no.
So
I
there was a
try to not watch it because I was like, I can't,
oh.
I won't be able to take it. It'll drive. I stood up for 2 hours last night. I could not sleep thinking about traitors.
No, there's like I don't know who it is, but it literally is a blonde girl going after someone else where like the chair gets moved away. And it could be
Ooh,
nothing because they can edit really well. But it was a
totally.
blonde girl going after someone else, and then someone else voiceover goes, just let them go at it or just let them fight.
Interesting.
Someone off camera, like going saying, just let them fight.
Mm,
So who knows? It may be nothing. It could be something we don't know. But I think this I think Traitors is superb. I think they're doing a phenomenal job on what they've done for the show. And they're superb as who they're casting because like I
they
love the
are.
fact that a lot of the team on there has no idea who the other people are. Because they're like, well, I never
Oh,
watched Survivor. I don't know who these people are. And then other people who watch Survivor are like, ooh, watch out for this person. They're gonna get you. Like
yeah.
they wouldn't know because they don't watch it.
I do love that part too. Oh, it's
Yeah.
such a good show. Amazing.
Well,
Well, we'll watch it next week, I guess,
well,
before.
obviously. And
Yeah.
we're gonna watch every single show basically on our roster right now that are weekly is Industry, Traders, Tell Me Lies,
Mhm.
Southern Charm, and The Pit. So we are going to keep you updated weekly on these stupendous shows. And then obviously Dami will keep you updated. I will start watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms because I love the Game of Thrones
The
shows.
show.
So I will
Yeah.
definitely watch that. Pluribus will be a Dami show. I'm just gonna be honest about that. I don't think I want to get into that. And then is Victoria a
Don't
weekly
watch
show?
it. No, that's not for
No.
you. No, and
Oh,
it's already on Netflix. Like it's not,
oh,
live or anything.
cool.
I recommend it if your inner grandma needs some like, quiet, calm, peaceful time. Like hell yeah.
Nah. Well, and
Yeah.
also I heard are you watch speaking of things that are
Oh
upcoming and
yeah,
then
Bridgerton is coming back. I'll be watching that as well.
okay, I need to like do a binge and just watch it? Do
I'm
I
sorry,
need
I forgot you never watched Bridgerton?
no, not an episode. Not
Yeah,
a single
go. What do
episode.
you mean? I'm
Do I
jealous.
have to though? Or can I just
Yeah.
oh damn. Okay, fine. That's what I'll do because I think this weekend we're just gonna do like one outing this weekend and then the rest I'll watch Bridgerton and pause it at the sexy parts.
Don't pause. Press play.
Well, no, I mean if kids are around.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, love. Well, we will
Well,
see you next week.
yes, and please, as of this episode, at this point, like and subscribe on our YouTube and Instagram. And that's pretty much where we live right now until
Hmm.
we find out better news. So, Instagram and YouTube is where you can find us. So, do what you
Yay.
will with that and like, comment, share all the fun stuff, and let us know also what you want to see. If there's any other shows that we need to watch that we aren't watching, give us a little message-a-roo and we'll add that to our list. And I'll make sure to maybe watch the first episode for you.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.